Speakers and distinguished delegates, welcome to the second annual Canada-China Trade and Investment Summit, brought to you by the BC government, the Jiangshu Ministry of Commerce, and the BC Jiangshu Business Council.
欢迎大家来到加中投资贸易峰会。我是 Dr. Yves Tiberien， 我的中文名字是邵逸夫，不是邵逸夫，一个字差很远。
我是车凯琳 ，I'm Kaylin， and 今天我们俩是会跟一起主持这个会议。Dr. Tiberien is the director of the Institute of Asian Research and also the executive director of the UBC China Council. He is one of the most accomplished political economy scholars in Canada. 肖博士是一个鼎鼎有名的中国经济学家，也是加拿大在研究中国政治经济方面首出一指的人物。他也是我以前的教授在 UBC 大学，很可惜我没有跟他学中文，因为我的中文好像还不如他。We will be your MCs this afternoon. However, we'll be adding a bit of a twist to the typical MC structure, as Dr. Tiberien will be speaking Chinese while I'll be learning Chinese while he MCs.
不是，有一点对，凯琳说的是有一点对。今天会用一点中文来主持今天的峰会，不是全部中文。Also, by the way, Kalin is a director of the BC Jiangshu Business Council, a soon-to-be lawyer, and my former student at UBC, one of whom I'm very proud of. I taught her Chinese politics many years ago, but it looks like I have done a good job, so I'm pretty proud.
Thanks, Steve. Minister Teresa Watt and her delegation visited Nanjing, Jiangsu last spring, and during this mission, Minister Watt did such a wonderful job marketing British Columbia that the Jiangsu business community and government leaders decided that they wanted to come to BC. And so here they are today.
欢迎江苏代表团光临美丽的温哥华。
The theme of today's conference is From BC to Jiangsu. These days, when reflecting upon Canada-China bilateral relations, many observers focus on the strength of the relationship between respective national governments. Less often noted is the importance of strong region-to-region relationships.
So we will commence the summit with a few remarks by our distinguished guests. The mission of the summit today is to highlight and strengthen the ties between BC and Jiangsu, one of the most dynamic provinces in China, because strong regional ties are the cornerstone to prosperous and long-standing bilateral relations between Canada and China.
So first, we would like to deliver some remarks by the chair of the BC Jiangshu Business Council, Mr. Robert Meng. Unfortunately, he was unable to attend the summit today. However, he has asked Mr. Michael B., the director of the BC Jiangshu Business Council, to deliver remarks on his behalf. Can we please welcome Mr. Michael B.
Michael.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I'd like to welcome the delegates from Jiangsu led by Mr. Tang Dajun to welcome to the beautiful city of Vancouver. And unfortunately, our founder and chairman, Dr. Meng, is not here today. However, he'd like me to make a speech on his behalf, and he has sent me something this morning. So first of all, before I deliver his remark, I just want to first of all introduce him to each and every one of you. As a fellow entrepreneur, Dr. Meng founded the first publicly traded IT company in China ties intact. And as an investor, Dr. Meng made a successful investment in Bank of Nanjing, which went public in 2008, as well as ZGRC Bank, which is expected to go public in the year 2017. And as a business leader, Dr. Meng is actually currently sitting as the Vice President of the Private Enterprises Association of Jiangshu, which has 5 million members right now. He has also been invited as a professor to lecture at Nanjing School of Business and 2 other international universities. And Dr. Meng Chen is regret for not being able to make it here today to be here with us in person, but he's preparing for the annual conference of the society or the association. And also he's trying to facilitate the upcoming visit to Vancouver by the association. So as such, Dr. Meng would like me to present the following message on his behalf. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the BC Jiangshu Business Council, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 2nd Annual Canada and China Trade and Investment Summit. The summit is devoted to opening up new channels for cross-border business, and it is with my hope that it will give all participants a platform to exchange ideas, showcase key sectors, and also strengthen their understanding of the opportunities between BC and Jiangsu, and more broadly, opportunities between Canada and China. Jiangsu and BC have much in common. Both provinces have vibrant and diverse economies, and also both provinces are committed to trade and have complementary advantage in the clean tech, biotech, and agricultural sectors. Jiangsu province is just next to Shanghai and Zhejiang province. The 3 provinces together from what is known as the Golden Triangle of the Changjiang River, the most economically developed region in China. Over the last decade, Jiangsu province has consistently ranked #1 in China in FDI utilization and trade volume, reaching $545.6 billion in 2015. This signifies enormous opportunities for companies in BC. It is difficult to imagine a better gateway to the Chinese market than through the Jiangsu province. It is an honor to have the delegates here from Jiangsu join us here today. And just as last year, the delegates from BC government, led by Honorable Ms. Teresa Watt, visited Jiangsu, and as a result, 2 memorandum of understanding were signed between the 2 provincial governments. I immigrated to Vancouver in 2005. Now Vancouver has become my 2nd hometown. On behalf of our association, I'd like to thank all the honorable guests and delegates here today for taking the time out of your busy schedule and to be part of the summit. I would also like to thank the BC government, Jiangsu government, our corporate sponsors and partners for their continued support. It is with great regret that I'm unable to welcome you in person, but I wish you a superb conference experience and also a memorable day stay in Vancouver. Thank you.
So thank you, Michael. Now we'd like to welcome onto the stage Brian Krieger, Acting Assistant Deputy Minister of the BC Ministry of International Trade, to deliver remarks on behalf of Minister Teresa Watt, who was unable to attend today due to personal health emergency issues. Thank you. Welcome.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the province of British Columbia, I'd like to welcome you to the 2016 Canada-China Trade and Investment Summit. Minister Watt very much wanted to be here. She very much enjoyed her trip to Jiangsu and wished that she could be here, but for circumstances beyond her control, she wasn't able to come today. But we do have, when I finish my speech, we do have a message from the minister that she made especially for today. So we'll share that with you. First of all, let me thank the BC Jiangsu Business Council for organizing this excellent and extremely well-attended event. I'd like to also give a special welcome to the delegation from Jiangsu, led by Mr. Tang Dezheng. Director with Jiangshu Department of Commerce. I think that you all will find British Columbia to be an excellent place for doing business. Our government is committed to promoting British Columbia's advantages for foreign investment and for trade. We offer a very strong business case for international investors here in British Columbia. We have competitive tax rates, fiscal stability, and a AAA credit rating. We have abundant natural resources, and we have world-class technology companies here. We also have a multicultural and highly talented labor force in British Columbia. And that diverse population is a really important bridge across the Pacific for us, and it's one that plays a very significant role here in creating trade and investment opportunities. It's those family and business connections that we have here in British Columbia that have helped to make China British Columbia's second largest trading partner. And we're continuing every day our efforts to build bridges between China and British Columbia and build new business opportunities with China. For example, we're expanding our trade relationships into Chinese mid-sized cities like Nanjing. And we're diversifying our trade to include high-value goods, such as goods and services in clean technology, in ICT, in life sciences, aerospace, and in agri-foods. The ministry has an excellent team here in British Columbia. I hope you met some of them here. But we also have an excellent team of representatives throughout China. We have 4 offices in China that support our trade investment goals for the province. And over the last 4 years, those offices in China have helped us to facilitate more than 350 trade deals with China and British Columbia. So I'd encourage the delegation and visitors, you have your businesses connect with our representatives here or in China, in Shanghai, for example, to understand the many opportunities that there are to do business with British Columbia for trade and investment. Last year in April, Minister Andrew Wilkinson, our Minister of Advanced Education, visited Nanjing. On that visit, 2 memorandums of understanding were signed. One of those was between our Ministry of International Trade and the Jiangshu Economic and Informatization Technology Commission. And the other one was between our Ministry of Advanced Education and the Jiangshu Department of Education. Those are excellent starts and great bridges that we can build on. And British Columbia is committed to forging new relationships with China and Jiangsu. And being here today, I think, is a really important step towards that goal. I believe that today's Canada-China Trade and Investment Summit is a great way to help BC and Jiangsu companies understand each other and take those first steps to building long-term profitable relationships. I'm certain that our future together is full of possibilities. And once again, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to come here and to represent the province at this very important event. And now I'd like to see if we can just share the message from Minister Wang. I'm hoping you can find it because I do a terrible Minister Wang impression.